a lot of people are saying that we should not stand up against ICE because we're standing for people that aren't us. And Black Panthers only stand for black people. That is a lie. Huey P. Newton said that we are internationalists and we stand with all oppressed people no matter what color they are. That's the founder of the Black Panther Party. No ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's going to happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, around and find out.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So that video going around about me saying, hey, if an ICE agent run up on me, you know, that ain't what happened. If you look at the video, you see I'm talking and then he cuts to another scene, you know, instead of showing me talking straight through because it was chopped and spliced. So what I said was, if an ICE agent run up on me, whatever force they use against me, I'm going to use equal force to defend myself. Ain't nobody taking me nowhere or doing nothing to me. Then after that, I said, anybody runs up on me, anybody tries to do anything to me, I put a hole in them the size of a window, safe light repair, safe light replace, because I ain't nobody's victim. Now, I meant everything that I said, but the way they put it together, it sounded like I'm just making a threat, you know what I'm saying, to ICE, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if the dude knew what he was doing necessarily, like he was purposely trying to make it seem like I said something like that, or if he was like, you know, he was just putting it together because he thought it sounded good, you know what I'm saying? But, you know,
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And just like that, the so-called Black Panther Party for self-defense has been totally exposed for the cowards they are. You've seen the clip of Paul Birdsong all over social media, clearly saying that he would shoot a ICE agent if the ICE agent were to run up on him. You know, he has the big gun, the semi-automatic shotgun. You know, a lot of tough talk, a lot of posturing, a lot of cosplay. He thinks he's Huey P. Newton, clearly, maybe because Huey was a little bit on the lighter side and he on the lighter side. But when the rubber met the road, when the clip circulated and went viral, beyond his wildest expectation, and he realized that the government and government agencies might see that video and hear what he said and determine it to be a threat, a credible threat, bro just bitched up and tried to walk back and start explaining. And in that moment that you just watched, you knew why organizations such as the Black Panther Party were utter failures, whether it was in their attempt to protect the quote-unquote black community or to mobilize as a legitimate political party within the American political apparatus. Cowardly. All talk. No action. That's why I refer to groups like that as toothless dogs. They all bark and no bite. And when they're confronted by the white man that they hate so much, they cower and they bow down and they lick the boots. Now, we told y'all as African Americans, we were going to stay out of this. This is not the only job that an African American person in America has to do is to follow the law and create an environment that helps you, that is conducive to you building for your family. That's your only obligation. Raise your family, raise your children to be healthy, well-rounded, productive members of society. That is the greatest act of black empowerment that a black person in America or really anywhere in the world can commit. That's what it's all about. Securing your future generations and your legacy going into the future. All this posturing, all this, we're going to defend illegal criminals. That's just cosplay. In my opinion, it's just attention seeking. It's not grounded in fact. and it's not grounded in reality. And that is the problem with so much of this so-called black leadership. These dudes are so desperate to get a camera shoved in their face. They're so hungry for attention, for people to recognize them and notice what they're doing. They'll get in front of a camera and be straight up reckless in an attempt to make people believe that they are going to do things that they would never do. If anything, the Black Panther Party should be helping ICE. They should be helping ICE get rid of these racist, illegal, criminal immigrants who came into America to prey on black people. And you know it's all for attention because the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, they say, oh, we're not only here to defend black people, we're here to defend everybody. Well, you never defended black people. Let's be real. When black people needed the Black Panther Party, they were nowhere to be found. When black people were being displaced in Chicago, when black people were being displaced in Colorado, when black people's schools were being shut down to be turned into shelters for military-aged, illegal criminal alien males, men. Where was the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense? When Trende Aragua was taking over apartment buildings where black people lived in Chicago, in Aurora, Colorado, where was the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense? When Tamir Rice was viciously gunned down by police officers in Ohio, where was the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense? When Sandra Bland was murdered, where was the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense? Trayvon Martin, where was the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense? As far as I know, George Zimmerman is still running around. They were never there to defend you from the beginning. Huey, Bobby Seale, you could name them across the line. They were never created to defend you. They were nothing more than a socialist apparatus, an arm of socialism funded by socialist governments from across the world, China, Russia, etc. Why do you think this guy's running around calling himself Chairman Paul Birdsong? Sounds a lot like Chairman Mao Zedong, the little red book that the Black Panther Party carries around. What? Teachings from Chairman Mao. That's Mao Zedong, the dictator who was responsible for the death of 20 million of his own people because he was an absolutely incompetent fool. These groups were never made for black people. And if you are black, you need to understand they are not here for you. They are here to trick you into throwing your energy and your momentum behind agendas that do not serve you in any way at all. What benefit is it today, right now, for an African American person to go run out in the street and fight ICE, fight the Department of Homeland Security? That department is here to serve you as black American people, to keep you and your children safe. People like Dakara Thompson, people like Larisha Thompson, they're here to keep you safe and your black family safe. Why would you go fight against them? Why would you go fight against them on behalf of illegal criminals who, if you went to their country and they didn't have to worry about repercussion, they'd probably string you up? Stop following behind these bums posing as leaders. Don't just listen to the entertaining antics or the entertaining words, the charged words, the good sounding words that they spew. Look at their actions. Ask a question and then follow it up with another question. Peel back the layers on what these fools are saying and go look at the core of the situation, the reality, the meat of the situation. We are in the age of information. We have these little computers in our pockets called cell phones. Ignorance is no longer an excuse. Maybe your granddaddy, grandmama, yeah, they didn't know. They didn't have all the information. But you have access to all the information. Paul Birdsong, shame on you. Black Panther Party, Triple shame on you. You don't defend black people, but you're jumping up to defend the precious white woman, Renee Nicole Good. We're on to you. No one's falling for your bull crap anymore, so you might as well cease and desist. And that's all I got to say about that.